I completely forgot what am I supposed to do. Oh well, we'll figure it out now once we're in. Oh shit, we got a new subscriber. Let's fucking go. Long this and this. Oh damn, I streamed for 6 hours yesterday. Well, too bad today's stream is gonna be like 4 hours at most. This will there. Steam is fighting for my attention. Unlucky. And say this was Disco Elysium. Please wait. Appreciate it. Team Snapchat sent you a message. No one gives a fuck. Can Steam, Snapchat, Steam, sorry, Steam, can Snapchat, Team, thing, not, send me anything? That'd be more preferable. Ugh. Forgot what we're supposed to do. We found the druggie. We asked him to shake.
A set of steering levers, a radio.
I asked him to shake. They say they will take a day. We asked her to make a dice. She said she will take 8 hours. My trusty notebook. Call Alice back in the day for info on the armor. Pick up the dice maker in 8 hours. Ask for Everett Claire. Need to ask for help. Help! Help! Please! See this piece of shit if he has any dialogue.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes.
Right to work! Right!
Wait, I can't access here, so I can't jam this
Lorry
open.
stuck in the traffic jam.
Let's try to talk to this guy again. Maybe he will give us something.
What am I wondering, man? How can I?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Yes, they're not yet. I have got tools in my hand. Do I get better?
The unpromising.
Oh, that would have been funny though. I don't think it has any effect here. Can't access from here. Okay, what else do we have on the menu? Ask around about tattoos, possible meaning. So who do we ask though? Maybe she knows?
Is
Oh. Maybe he knows.
Looking for something, Hunt? It's about not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might... I'm not the only one. Look, I've read people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be... So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in the problem. The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace?
They will
You might
probably
end up with a
inbreed and
new
get
subrace
diseases.
with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the forces that...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy.
It's about not the most popular topic nowadays. Suit yourself, officer. Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd...
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got we're on the same side here, yeah? No need to bust my balls, huh? I'm here to pick up a load of apples. Just regular, Koiko pick.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic...
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad. Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich, someone. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise? Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting mine...
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious. Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to...
Yeah, this is not getting us anywhere.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest?
Well, now you've done it. Let's see if you can talk your way out of
But
this
I
one.
was practicing the time one you need known as the boy.
I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. Allow maybe... And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez. So I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond.
Bro, I'm just trying to get information. How you want us to get information then? From racists. You have to be a racist. Well, you have to convince them you are
look.
racist.
It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Empathy. Okay. What else is there? Who can I ask? Maybe she knows. Or they know.
I've got nothing to say to...
Do you have anything useful?
It's you again. What is it?
Do you have anything new? No. Who can you ask about the Jews? Maybe you know?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Oh, dear. I'm not sure. Well, His expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his... Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down
Thank you.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn.
Nice.
Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious miles by a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my
Tender.
accident.
For all
And
people.
he just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still have...
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to.
It's not a hobby, dear.
It's her work, bro.
It's a subfield of zoology. One specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly... Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless. And frankly, many...
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about...
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. And I don't.
Ooh, tough choice there.
What's dangerous is the...
Yes. It's the kind green ape. Half war story. Half undiscovered species in the genus. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers. Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptid, which is to say the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners.
Oh, look.
Ma'am, you are confusing him.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, is hardly attached, though Saolites do have some distinguishing characteristics.
Yes, advantages such as the flakier texture of Saolite earwax, or so I've heard. Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one. I'm glad you see it that way.
Okay, Kim.
Can I help you?
Don't know anything.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Still can't open
You
it.
see a heavy steel...
Okay, so these are useless, these are useless. That guy is useless. What else? Let's try this.
An old call box with you hear the say. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name. All you hear is static. You ring the doorbell. You wait for a minute. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic. Silence. 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 Nothing happened. Silence. This button.
This button.
Okay. Also useless. Who can know about this? That's a real question.
The worn and beaten wooden...
You can revisit.
Where is the old man? Maybe they would know.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you? Yes, I was standing right here. I saw it. Why are you telling me this? No! I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish with this sandwich. All of this is very unprofessional. Makes me think the citizens' militia is...
We're not. The officer was just...
You are representing an organization, an insignia, an idea.
It's clear these words mean a lot.
Everything you do reflects on the idea and the people you are representing.
Yeah.
When we think of the RCM, we think of you. Please make it a pleasant thought.
Yes, well, let's just wrap this up.
Fine. You live, learn, and move on.
What about you're a historian? You should know the
Officer.
to-dos.
Sure, officer.
Nothing. Maybe she knows. Can't think of anyone else. I still cannot do anything for this, right?
Just an ordinary war.
We need close. Do you have anything new to say?
Hello again.
No, you don't. You're not gonna open the door. I feel like I'm stuck for a while. Maybe you know about this.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore What I can do for you is answer some questions.
Finally, she
Nothing
knows.
like talking to pass a rainy day. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat stale. That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat. That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat staleness.
So you know nothing. Cool. I feel like I'm stuck and I'm not sure what to do. The working class only met in the front. Oh, is he the guy at the bar that is lost? Wednesday. Go back to Joyce. Yeah. Oh wait. I remember. Maybe she knows something about that part.
You're back. Good. What can I... Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation?
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation. Subject...
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement.
Yes.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our...
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth.
Oh,
They
wow.
taste of iron and strawberries.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched
the one they killed.
after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply an opening gambit, like you suggested, or a joke even. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple.
They're meant to intimidate the Union into surrender.
Who are they?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Interesting.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons,
Like
and
the guy who
years of
died.
combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
He did.
He was
indeed.
taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched. Last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders. For now, it's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms.
Oh damn.
Their
They'll
armor
just
is
kill
virtually
everyone.
impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers
Get ready
don't
for
have
the
guns at
experience
all.
again. Well, so far I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought. Played for 2 times. This is the 3rd part. Fortunately today I have only like 2 hours. Yesterday 7 hours passed like this. I was like, oh wow, I need to sleep for work. But so far I'm really enjoying just seeing everything. Best game to play after Elden Ring, not gonna lie. It just has its own thing. So.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I mean, things are already going wrong.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true.
Yep.
Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
I need to find a way to get her inside.
If you mean did I see him alive, yes.
Yeah.
But I did not know him.
The only thing I'm confused about is the abilities. Like these, I can never level them up. I can level the other stuff up. So, I don't get them so far. Let's put one more in physical. I think we need it.
Lely, his service name. A nom de guerre, most likely.
Nom de guerre.
He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which.
All
He had a
people are hard to
combat
work.
injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Makes sense.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Yeah, let's listen to
That's
her.
wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe.
Hmm?
Besides... Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. The remaining contractors, their tribunal, it's what they believe. That the
How's
man
that
was
word?
killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around.
The lieutenant consults his notebook. His
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it...
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags,
Oh, we know
the
this.
hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on
Dr.
narcotics
Titus, he
too.
talked about this.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got... That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what...
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called... They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned...
Meaning they're used to operating in wars.
Yes.
Yep.
All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective.
It's the expression she objects to.
Yes.
She picked a strange hill to die on. Strike. She's silent.
What is the purpose of this, detective?
Yeah, never
Should
mind.
have cornered her. Maybe it would have yielded something.
I wouldn't go as...
It's the expression she objects to. She's silent.
What is the purpose?
Paramilitary death squad is a bit rich. But yes, were it up to me, I would have at least vetted them more thoroughly.
Makes sense.
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
Yeah,
If you
makes
still
sense.
have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP?
I mean, it seems so.
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think
Well,
I'd be
like, I
dealing
mean-
with a group like Crenell. I have. And they
Refuse,
will.
probably.
However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their
Nice.
impatience.
So it can happen anytime. Nice time limit way to do
They
it.
don't report their progress to you?
Not
Nope.
on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, of course.
Okay.
Excuse my hesitation before.
I should have told her about it before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
Yeah.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
So I'm assuming to use it as an up.
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the
There's a lot
Occident.
of names to remember in this game that I
He
want.
sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this, Revachol. Those
Okay.
are the two constants. Redefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the
the
heart.
heart.
They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not
Not
their
what they
meaning.
actually mean.
In Martinez, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways.
Oh, really?
Just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest
Yeah,
you go and
makes
show
sense.
them that picture. This man was their friend.
You wouldn't even know where to start.
The
Yeah.
sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption
We read
to
that.
be reeled back in by. Is there anything else I can help you with?
All good. Thank you very much. You've been helpful. And we need to wait 8 hours. 1 day and 8 hours for these. Ask Kono, throwing what he knows. But Kono will not tell me anything. The two possible meanings. Okay. We can't access the harbor just yet. So we have to talk to fucking Kono again. Do you know anything?
Hello again.
How do you sure you don't know anything? There's nothing on that side, so let's just go straight to Kono. See what can he tell us. And we can try to get something out of Titus, but I don't think he will say anything.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in,
wow.
but you and Kuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word. Needs to be taken seriously.
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it?
So I guess this will give us one more
The
option.
fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Okay.
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
You threw it away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending
Yeah.
that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to
Are
Kuno.
you...
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Fuck you.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuro's armor. Go to the gate.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He doesn't even know.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
Yeah.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost.
I need to figure this empathy thing out.
Kuno doesn't.
Come here, you little shit. Do you know anything?
Can't believe you.
Nope. Okay, we need to find the Dururururus. Can't go back there, which is really annoying too. Let's... Maybe we can unlock something
I've got
here.
nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? What you want is of no significance. Of aggressive? Listen, you moral
Yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. I don't need privatization peons. Aggressive? Listen.
This did not get us
So
anywhere.
ask what you can. No one is emotional. Aggressive?
This does
Listen.
not get us anywhere.
So ask what you came to ask. Get sober. Aggressive? Listen. So
There is
ask what you
nothing
came
new.
to ask. Let's.
Okay, what about it? Do you have anything new
It's you
about
again.
the tattoos?
What is it? Again.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time. Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands.
Yep.
Other people start doing it.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Hey, they have guns. You're fucked. What are you gonna do? Hit them?
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn?
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been...
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
Yeah, but they still can kill fuse.
These
yeah.
people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not...
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're gonna see.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum,
And they will turn
arm
out to
them
be
the
psycho
teeth, and
scums.
let them loose in the city. What do you mean? Okay.
Oh. Okay, you got this. You got the numbers.
No, they won't. Get out of here.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every...
Okay. Oh. And we got some more information, I guess. What about you? Do you know anything? You look too plain to be her wife, her husband. I mean, this dude on the stairs, I must have a role. So he's always there. I miss him. I guess I did. Oh, here he is. You have nothing to say. Maybe we can talk to the old lady. She might know something more. Hello.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake.
I'm sorry.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! What's it to you? No, don't think we've met before. I can't. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. Right to work! Things are busy enough. The hulking man oozes stark skepticism. Honest men and women. We came here to help.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow you?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? We were promised work. We'd be in there, working. The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the... Have fun. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing.
We are not picking a side, indeed.
Pity.
This is the only guy I can think of with a mustache.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet.
Yep.
Better to get this business out of the way.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
Makes sense.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw.
Yes.
Too hard
Then
to
there is
remove.
the arms and the chest piece.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore.
Oh,
if they
wow.
ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay.
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. I did some...
How does it?
In parts. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. Yes, you said as much. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Okay. That was not much of a help. Maybe we can get something about...
Work! Right to work! Shame on you! We were promised work. The physically impressive man type.
Wait, maybe I have better than a non-zero chance. Now I increase my strength. Is there a combat in this game? So far I haven't seen any. So I don't think so really. It's more about figuring out shit. And rolling the right dice.
Unpromising race pupil returns.
Oh, these are not the greatest chances, honestly. Do I have anything in my inventory? Physical. Okay, maybe I will have more than 70% chance now.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
72. Worth a shot, Danny. My god. I lose HP for this.
Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Oh man. Oh man.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk. There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Let's go see the yard again. Space is the other end of the harbor.
Let's think of something else.
I can't... Ooh, maybe I can jump over. Now that I have more strength. Let's try it out. Yes, I have 2 streams out of it so far. This is the 3rd one. Also, this one will be a shorter one. So like maybe 1 more hour. Till I have to go to sleep for work tomorrow. I love working extra hours and then not having much time to do a lot of other things. But hey, it doesn't happen a lot, so it's okay. But I think I have to go back to the roof and try to jump again. But okay, who cares? Need to get there now. But honestly, I thought I would not be impressed, but so far the game has been very fun. Can't go anywhere here. I have to jump through here.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Backed by physical instrument. But skill points into severe fear.
I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right? Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Nothing wrong with some exploring, eh? Are we really locked out? Oh, money. I mean, I get you, so sometimes I think about just saving and then trying to reload, but I think it's more fun just trying shit out. And there's too much information to know all the time. There's so many names, so many things. You know, after finishing Elden Ring, it's nice to have something a bit more chill with gameplay-wise. So far, it has been interesting narrative-wise. I want to take his armor off.
The man before you is naked, but
of course. You have questions, don't you? They'll come back late.
Have anything new?
the trash containers, the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's good, we can open it now. I haven't even left the game. Yeah, you can see my live top. I streamed the whole base game and then afterward I played the DLC when it came out. So I played the base game back in April and did the DLC like, what, 10 days ago? Maybe this. That's fun. It's really challenging, but there's a lot of ways where you can make it a lot easier.
Hello again,
fun to play.
esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime. Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. Oh, there are numerous spells.
Desert pygmy shamans.
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then,
so I'm locked out of her. Yeah, like here I fucked up with something, and therefore I'm locked out of her quest, which kinda sucks. I can't do anything there. And sometimes I don't know, this is the first time where I feel like I'm stuck. I have no idea what I should do. I love... Did I hear the spells? There is magic in Elden Ring, yes. You can do summons, you can use an OP weapon, or use an OP build. Summons basically something you summon that helps you in the fights. So they're very helpful, taking aggro of you. There's a lot of broken belts that people will not mention when they're talking about how hard the game is. As long as they don't get to the discourse of, oh, you can't use this or use that because you did not beat the game. But there is no such a thing as beat the game. Just play it the way you want. Get boots of victim feet. The body has to be done. Autopsy has to be finished. And game has to be absent. Prevent the proof. To be the visually tricky to second be doing. Yeah. Corner light on. Okay, let's go back to corner. So yeah, it's not as hard as people makes it to be. You can definitely make it a lot harder on yourself if you want to, or a lot easier, depending on what you do.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Yes.
No.
New skill point. Let's go.
You should thank him.
He said you are now the king of the entire job.
North Jamrock. Kuno meant everything north of 881.
Ah.
The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the Madre.
Kuna appreciates you recognizing him as the sovereign of Jamrock, though North Jam.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. You got fucked. You got fucked, pig.
This
fucked
guy is so
bad.
annoying.
Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here after this shit. You better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay.
Yeah, real interesting.
The fuck do you good
No.
call, pig? Kuno doesn't.
At least we got a skill point out of it. Now the real question, I can use this. Savior fair, this is what they want to do. Not sure, let's level this up. Alpha, you want this, but it's fine. It helps us moving on in the story. We'll use it. Yeah. They honestly like the most impressive thing about this game so far is how well they've done the races, the normal people, the kids. Like they're super well portrayed. Surely I'll be able to jump now.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
We can save some here.
A tarpaulin cloak is
If we
still
fail,
caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
We rolled the good rolls. Let's go.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Also, the best thing about this game is whenever you choose, there is something, and you might get something about exploring even the dialogues.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Oh.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
I mean, we could have climbed down, but no. Do I have my bed, please? Give me... Ooh, it's nice. Oh, do we really need this right now? Oh, I can have a hat. I like how a hat fucks up your brain. We can keep this for now. Yes. It's pretty much an interactive novel for the most part, with a lot of moving pieces that you need to figure out where to go and what to do. It's really fun, I'm not gonna lie. Because the story is done very well, it makes it worth it so far. Into the forward game, blah blah blah. Styles portrait. Prepare for it. Okay. Cool. Money, please.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Cool.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol.
Are these the drugs?
Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Honestly, if there is combat and then you can hurdle a lot of XP, it's fun because you can just break the game. This game is fun because whenever you try to explore all the lines of someone and try to figure out things, you always get XP doing that, so you can get more skill points, which is nice because it pushes you to actually see what's there.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Right. It's 58. We could. Please be green.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters.
Oh no, I'm glad you're here. Makes this more fun to share.
Remember, Leo,
so comment away.
Shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Not.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union.
That's gonna
One
be
of his
helpful.
aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Also, I'm not super good at the streaming and interacting with chat since I'm reading from my phone. But like, it will get better dealing with this, so I can
What
actually
is
do
so
both
special
together.
about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
All three?
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everard's plants. Sweep office floor. All items on the list have been crossed out. The drawer slides.
We might need to come back here at some point. It's an item. So I can sell these. Oh. Hopefully I can get some HP or something somewhere. Thank you, that's morale. That's ooh. New item. Visual calculus, sure. Let's be as closer as possible. Collect everything, wear everything. Oh. Taking the top of flames.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Oh! Stat checks.
Your fingers run over the dial.
Getting lucky here.
005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. Calling. Calling.
Please?
Still calling.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you? Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Raphael, what? Listen, I can't help you over the phone. If you need further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. Are we done?
Where's Voyager?
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign.
Because you're subscribing. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Hopefully see you on the next streams. Thank you for spending your time here.
It's raining, and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door.
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of the building. I did not see any of this. See you, man. Hope you have a good day and night's sleep. It's raining and there is almost no traffic in the street. Footprints on the mud leads away from the front door. Huh. What the fuck is that?
Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore.
Oh,
you don't want to
memory.
hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
Oh yeah, it adds too much to the game, especially like each feeling and how does it correlate and what does it tell you. It's nice. Can we open this? We don't have a key. Can we jam it open though? Okay, we cannot do that, so let's keep going on the other side. I think we're done here for now. I want to take these bottles since I can get money for them. 3 pack worth of cigarettes box.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really hard hit.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Probably. This is why I pawned my gun and badge, no?
Yes. This scene isn't exactly ripping with joy.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's just
could
move on.
be.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads
Rene Arnaud.
Rene Arnaud. Listen,
Close.
it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a royal Caribbean.
Oh, I saw his picture. Based.
The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the...
Why did you take that picture of Rene? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Thank you.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is the drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
I mean, we can take the painkillers. Could help.
You take the painkillers.
Yep.
They are yours now. Oh boy, where to start?
I love
Elevated
like this
risk
option.
of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction,
Like how everything is
critical
a question mark.
flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder. Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else. The imagined dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential
Disco
side
heals
effects.
everything.
Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco. You stand and
Is there anything else from here? There. Okay, this one is not connected at all. And I jump? No. So, how am I supposed to go to the other side then? I need to find the key, right? Oh, what if... Yeah. Yeah. Looks like a forest under snow. Oh.
a rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use.
That's so weird.
It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice, new path unlocked. Let's go. Yeah. Perfect.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane plays. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again. Now that its purpose has been moving this container, of course.
Of course.
For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. Except for seeing the crane in action.
No screech of metal when you push the button this time. Only silence.
Well, we can move it depending on what we need to do. Go here first. Oh, we can open it. Oh, money.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail.
Oh.
The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions. With some puzzle, no reply.
We can try it. I will probably fail, because we're not losing anything.
Why are you even trying?
Why are you what? Now is not the time to get philosophical.
No reply.
So I guess someone is inside. We just need to figure out how to get in there. For now. Money! I need 20 to sleep tonight. Oh, more money on that side. That's good. And we do have tools. These must be helpful here. Nice. Half-light, and this one gives me... Sure, let's take half-light. We almost at the 20 mark. We can sleep tonight. Just need 1.5 more. Is there anything else here before we go?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
That's exactly what someone who does things with sheep and animals would say.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo it's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
Oh, let us know more.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always
Makes
used
sense.
to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never... Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like,
I like
Mr.
this guy.
Edgar's
He's just
right-hand
easy.
man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am. Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything. East of the river.
Oh, is
4
this the low
years she was
student,
gone,
the
and
low
when she came
lawyer?
back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Yep.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real
Okay, that's
pillar
good
of
to
the
know.
community
We can
one day,
open more
I'm sure.
communication with her.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh.
Dr.
okay.
Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer?
Yes.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Oh yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Oh wow, every day.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little
Steroids.
guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the
Oh, that's
whirling
the
vats.
hidden room. Okay.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that.
He didn't actually understand what you meant.
Yep.
And now he's just nodding along.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is.
Alright,
Him and
let's
his
see,
brother,
guys.
guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are
Yeah,
real
we heard
good
that
guys.
already.
Made Martinez what it is today. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his
That's
office,
it.
of
Oh,
course.
thank you, Leo.
Bye-bye now.
Appreciate you. Let's go inside. Where's this, Mr. Everett?
Before you is a walrus of a man.
Of course it's
seated
fat as
behind
fucking
a large
greedy.
desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
I love the portrait. It just tells you he's a drug dealer. Drug lord, perhaps.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi.
Of course he knows
It's good
us.
of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Actually, I can't stand down.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Gives you a sly wink.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair.
I lost Spanish pay for that. Are you
It's
serious?
violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Ability sheet is just...
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real.
Only you sheep fuck.
You need
That's one night.
Yes,
I don't need it.
But you owe him for it.
Okay, okay.
I'm good.
I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
Maybe if you made it up to 100, could have been worth. It's really 25.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak.
Oh, so you can
I've
frame
got
me
my
for a
best
murder?
hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Lost badge.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now.
That's good.
Pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have...
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I'm gonna lose this.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and...
Mr. Dubois, you don't...
What is this, Mr. Dubois, he keeps repeating? What is he trying to pull?
Mr. Dubois! Mr.
Son
Dubois!
Dubois.
Harry! Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throwing motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was...
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions per...
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation.
Are you sure?
Everyone is just pals. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check.
Of course.
The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an eye. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got. Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call... Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is an...
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice.
I'm a nice guy.
Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have...
Okay, then. Positive emotions it is.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly... I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you fight.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I could... Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious...
Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should have...
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand, but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calm...
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines.
Yeah.
Incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must... Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching...
And his voice is so annoying, I hate it.
Acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything.
I will.
I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because...
He's hiding his real reaction.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we...
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age, things do always... Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Ah, yes, your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to...
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
Yeah, apparently my name is Harry for some fucking reason.
So it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I'm...
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help...
I guess word has already reached him.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says...
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is real.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume? It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
You don't feel like either one of these things.
Doesn't sound right.
You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry. Fine, Harry. You can even be Harry Raphael Dubois de Costo, or what... Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry.
He's probably just making a guess based on your...
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
I mean, we can ask him to help us get down the thing, but we can leave it for later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man.
At least we don't have to talk to a racist person to do that. Anything interesting here? Can't go there. Oh. Wonder if we'll get any interaction with this guy now.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be no trouble at all.
Nope. Where are we going here?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here.
Wait, what if I do something? This removes one hard checkpoint. If I do this, does that work?
Before the cargo container.
My god, that's annoying. Keep the container as is for now. Do I have any OP? I don't think so. No, I have to talk to Mustache Man. Sense? Can go through here, bitches.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good.
That is understandable.
These cops are just jealous.
There is nothing fun. I cannot put.
Oh, so I can't go through here yet. Let's talk to this guy now.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. I ain't the murder intent.
Obviously, I didn't kill
That's
him.
just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men.
He means a more violent faction could easily...
Understood. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Oh, so the none of the above type, are you?
Yep.
I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really... None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you who he is and what they're fighting for. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Los Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the response. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you. We're negotiating our share. Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in Southeast.
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No sign. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos, but my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
He knows who he is, firmly grounded, has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity.
See, I'm primarily a lazy person.
Makes sense.
No doubt he's communist enough to call him. He likely believes that when someone has radical ideas, he should still rather present himself as a self-interested moderate. It might come in handy to present ideas as a part of reality, the only reality that exists, instead of some abstract true form. On the other hand, he's not...
That's one way to call it, friend. An unnecessarily complicated way.
Laziness, self-interest, and negligence certainly fit the doctrine espoused here.
Is it the dulcet tone of ultra-liberalism I hear?
At least some people are willing to make the necessary sacrifices in order to reach higher and to better the world.
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees...
By that, you mean...
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered
Makes
world,
sense.
see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too... He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of...
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Indeed, it hasn't failed him today.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, it all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old, that of a noble peasant, or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends. The man sits on the railing.
Well, I have a door that I need to open. Once you open the door, you open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard and window climb. You want to have it. Don't tell me it's the dude we talked to a while ago. We need to find another way to open the door then, because that's not cool. I wonder if this guy will have a different dialogue now we talk to the boss.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Also in his phone, don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Looking for something?
Nope, we have nothing. I mean, I don't want to open the door straight away. Oh, what else can we do though? Oh, not want to save. Oh, is Rennie and this guy here? Are you Rennie?
Officer!
It's Martin. What about you? Are you Rennie?
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity. Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
Anniversary, death of his wife.
You
maybe?
see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance. I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. No one The bus has been unmanned since last Monday.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last...
Yes! It's...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that bus built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to this...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard bus now? She is nobody. This is none of your concern. And I
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes, yes, like I said.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strange,
you need to be more
tender
empathetic,
way.
I guess.
Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. I knew we could trust you. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol.
I don't know how I can use these yet. It's very annoying. Let's talk to the lawyer and then call it today. Fortunately today we have a full stream.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you
I
ready?
suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eye. You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
I represent the Union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
I said
even you caught her off guard.
You are not.
You set the pace and the topic of these
I represent the Union and these men.
A very minor.
I said
even you caught her off guard.
You are not.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
He said no such thing. This isn't
Nice.
about me.
Calm down, everyone.
Dirty tactics, officer.
I said
even though you caught her,
you are not here to.
You set the pace and
I am a legal counsel.
a very minor.
I am not.
You could be, Liz.
Even a mod.
He's right. With a face like that, she.
Please do.
Huh. There is a door we can open here now, I guess. Oh yeah, it's the other side. It's this one, I guess. Anyhow, so I don't wake up like I did, man, tomorrow, like I haven't today for work. I'll need to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please like and subscribe. And until next time, ciao. Now I wait a couple of seconds so I can actually end the stream. There we go.